All right, as if I haven't talked enough yet today, let's do weather for Weather Geeks on this Tuesday evening. We've had a busy day with thunderstorms. I did a couple of live streams on Facebook. One was like an hour. The other was a little more manageable, like a half an hour. But we had a lot of stuff to cover this afternoon. I want to do a quick recap of what happened, sharing a few photos sent to me either by Twitter or Facebook. Check out the rain shaft here underneath this cloud. And we had some scary-looking clouds earlier on today as well. Some mammatus tried to form. We had some scud clouds. Scud clouds are something we see as we get into the summer season a lot when it's really humid outside. Scud clouds tend to be low-hanging little appendages off of clouds. Sometimes, a lot of times actually, they're mistaken for a wall cloud or a funnel cloud or some sort of cloud like that. Usually scud is just a low-hanging cloud that forms when really rain-cooled but still very moist air saturates as it heads into a storm, and the condensation occurs much more quickly, much lower to the ground, and you see a low-hanging cloud as a result, but they're pretty harmless overall. Here's a look at an interesting cloud formation. This probably is some scud trying to be a shelf cloud-ish, but I don't think it's any sort of wall cloud or anything like that. But that was a pretty vivid picture from earlier on today. I want to show you this video of the hail around the Cortland area. From earlier on today, we had some marble-sized hail that impacted parts of Trumbull County around mid-afternoon today. And as you can see, this was bouncing around and hitting off this picnic table and sticking to the grass a little bit as well. So thanks to everyone who may have sent me some pictures earlier on today. That really helps me to see what the ground truth is. We have all this fancy stuff and radars and everything else, but it really helps me to see actual pictures, video, tells me really what exactly is going on. Now, we did have hail in many places today. The first round was in mostly Trumbull County, but then we had a storm that real quick popped up and intensified over Pulaski, right along the Mercer-Lawrence County border. Produced some 1-inch hail, but not for very long. That storm died pretty quickly as it moved over New Wilmington and points to the east. Then we had some hail-producing storms from Alliance and Stark County on south and east through Columbiana County, and this was all part of a pretty significant severe weather outbreak for us today, one of our busiest severe weather days of the season so far across northern Ohio. The hail was prolific, especially this evening, thankfully mostly out of our viewing area, but they had big problems with hail down towards New Philly and Cambridge. But that storm that rolled through right around dinner time in Columbiana County also had some pretty decent hail, and those other two storms I mentioned, one in Trumbull and the other popped up over here towards Pulaski, also produced some decent size hail earlier on today. In addition to that, of course, quite a bit of rain. Now, we have to be careful using these Doppler radar estimates when it comes to rain, because when we have hail, the radar sees the hail as rain. And so these numbers are going to be artificially too high up here in Trumbull County, influenced by the hail. But I wouldn't be surprised if some actual rain gauges topped out around an inch to an inch and a half or so worth of rain around Cortland. I think 2.5 is too high because of the radar seeing the hail. All right, the Weather Service continues to chip away at the severe thunderstorm watch as of 7:37 this evening. It is done in our viewing area and just a kind of a sliver of a watch left from the Pittsburgh area back towards Columbus and down into Cincinnati. This is what the radar looked like at about 7:38 this evening. Showers and storms pushing away. Drier air is trying to push in from the north and west. Dew points not far to our northwest are in the 50s. And that more comfortable air, thankfully, is heading our way tonight and tomorrow. So you're going to notice the change tomorrow morning as you get up. Dew points are going to be down in the low 50s. It's going to feel great tomorrow morning. So a muggy evening, yes, but you can open up the windows later on tonight. Now, I do think tomorrow starts with some clouds, some stratocumulus clouds. Some stratocumulus clouds will be around at the start of the day. It may look kind of dismal, but don't be fooled. That's not going to be the way the whole day is. By midday and especially into the afternoon, it will turn bright and sunny and just a gorgeous May afternoon and evening coming up for tomorrow. Picture perfect weather. Bright skies, low humidity, very comfortable temperatures. Great evening to get some fresh air for your Wednesday evening, and Thursday looks great as well. Not a cloud in the sky on Thursday. Probably see a few fair weather clouds popping up on Friday, some cumulus clouds in the more humid air. We'll get into the return flow on the backside of a high on Friday, meaning we'll get into a southerly flow. The dew points will start coming up, and it's going to be steamy. I mean, mid-80s Friday, it'll probably feel like it's 88 or 89 in the afternoon. Those dew points will continue climbing into the weekend. Our most uncomfortable day of the season so far coming up on Saturday. with high temperatures around 87, dew points middle, perhaps upper 60s. Ew. I happen to be moving that day, so my moving day is going to be something else. Thankfully, there'll be plenty of air conditioning to be had on Saturday at my old place and my new place, because we're going to need it. It is going to be a very hot day. 87 Saturday, I've bumped it up to our high temperature for Sunday up to 82. I think as we go through Memorial Day weekend, it's going to stay pretty muggy all the way through Monday. Good pool weather all 3 days this weekend as far as temperatures and humidity goes. Now, as far as rain goes, outside chance of a shower or storm Saturday afternoon, a higher risk on Sunday. And I think there'll be widely scattered hit or miss stuff coming up on Memorial Day as well. And beyond Memorial Day, still looks like a pretty warm pattern, especially in the few days just beyond Memorial Day. As we go farther into the longer range, a somewhat cooler pattern might take shape as we go towards June 1st and into the first week of June. But at least in the first few days of this 8 to 14 day outlook, still looks pretty warm across most of the country compared to average. Thanks for checking out tonight's Weather for Weather Geeks. I'll see you back here tomorrow evening for the final Weather for Weather Geeks before I have some time off. So we'll cover the summer forecast tomorrow evening here on Weather Geeks, so you can look forward to that. Have a great Tuesday night, everyone.